Once in a generation, we are blessed with a brand new Mario Kart game. Sometimes I feel like we don't consider Mario Kart a spin-off. It seems like it's its own series at this point, just because it's so popular. Everyone knows Mario Kart. Even your aunt that only plays Angry Birds Pop has at least dabbled in a little bit of Mario Kart Wii. This is the de facto party game in a lot of circles, and now after 11 years, we finally have a real new entry in this franchise. I wanted to take a look at the game and go over my experience with the game so far. I've put about 20 hours or so into the game, and I don't think I've ever played this much Mario Kart in such a short span of time before. The game comes to us boasting a huge open world, and as soon as I saw this in the trailer, I was super excited. I knew that the next Mario Kart really had to change things up a little bit to differentiate itself from the previous games, and an open world along with a new movement system is one of the best decisions they could have made for this series. That trailer also boasted a massive character roster, including Mario series staples like Cheep Cheep and the cow from Moo Moo Meadows. I love this actually. Why not throw these guys in there? It doesn't really make any sense for the crab to be driving a Harley Davidson, but why not, you know? Now, giving us these shiny new things is great, but giving it to us and executing it properly are two completely different things. First things first, you can do a little dance. I thought that was really cool. Now look, I think the open world is fine, and in no way am I asking for 100 hours of side quests in a Mario Kart game, but sometimes it can feel just a tad empty. There's a lot of little blue coin missions and collectibles though, and from what I can tell, it seems like there's a good balance of these things without feeling too overwhelming, kind of like a Ubisoft open world. Then again, there's no way to track where these things are on the map, so it makes completion a little bit annoying in my opinion. These are all completely optional as well. Like I said, the open world is fine. I think some people went in expecting this to be Breath of the Wild or Grand Theft Auto, and I'm glad that it's not that. But still, I just kind of feel like something's missing, but the wonderful new movement really does wonders for the empty map. This is the best feeling Mario Kart we've ever had in my opinion. Now we can wall ride, grind on rails, and even do a little charged hop to get up to higher ground if we need to. It just feels super crisp. This isn't just a kart racer anymore. It really feels like a kart platformer. Circling back to the character roster, I can't help but miss the other Nintendo franchises that were represented in Mario Kart 8, like Zelda, Animal Crossing, and Splatoon. I fully expect them to release more characters like this via DLC, so fingers crossed. We do have a bunch of new outfits for the more staple Mario characters that act as their own character slots for some reason. Some of these are actually really cool and imaginative, and some of them just kind of feel wrong. The game has a phenomenal presentation and music, as does almost every Mario Kart game. The main theme really stands out and gives the feeling that this really is a new era for Mario Kart. I've had this thing stuck in my head all weekend. The courses, old and new, have great music as well, and speaking of those courses, there are some absolute bangers in here. I feel like this goes hand in hand with the presentation, but the tracks are all designed great and technically have multiple iterations depending on what mode you're playing. Just to go over some of my favorites, Bowser's Castle shoots you up in the sky to lava-filled castle with some pretty sick shortcuts. The music and the building up to this track is really good too. DK Spaceport is a straight up callback to the original Donkey Kong. You're driving up this windy road, and each straightaway you're faced with a giant robot Donkey Kong throwing barrels at you. This one is really fun to me. Boo Theater has you driving through a haunted movie theater and even into the screen in one really cool segment. Rainbow Road in this game just feels like a love letter to all the Rainbow Roads before it. It is the last course you unlock. During this course, you're given some nice little callbacks to elements from several other courses in the game that you've already been through. The music and presentation here is just phenomenal as well. Easily one of my favorite Rainbow Roads. There are a few courses that have been reimagined and added into this game, but that's kind of par for the course with Mario Kart. Playing these with the new movement is new enough for me. I don't really have much of a problem with it. So let's talk game modes. You have your standard Grand Prix with a twist. When you choose a Prix with 4 different courses, you'll only do 3 laps in that first course of the Prix. After that, you'll then drive across the map to the next course, where you'll only do 1 lap of that course. Some of the courses are designed to only have 1 lap, like DK Spaceport and Rainbow Road. This is a cool addition, and it really makes use of the giant map that they've built for this game. A giant map also really works in this game, considering that we have 23 other racers alongside us, which adds to a lot of chaos on the tracks. Sometimes I don't know what the hell is going on in this game. Knockout mode is the shining star here. This is like the Battle Royale mode of Mario Kart, and it's super fun and exhilarating. You got 24 racers darting across the map and going through several courses together. Throughout this gauntlet, you'll have checkpoints that cut off the last few racers in the game. I think it goes down in 4s, so first checkpoint you'll need to be in the top 20 racers, second checkpoint you'll need to be in the top 16, and so on and so forth. This mode is a lot of fun. It's super chaotic and it made me rage a little bit. I like it a lot. Other than that, we have the standard time trials and battle mode as well. A little disappointed that battle mode is the same as it's always been. I think a lot of people would have loved to see some kind of revamp for battle mode for sure. You know, I've really enjoyed the time that I've put into this game so far, but I can't talk about this game without talking about the price of entry. This game retails for $80, and if you get the Switch 2 with it bundled in, it's only $50 for the digital code. $80 is a lot of money. Even though $80 today is equal to $60 in 2017, people's wages have not increased at the same rate as inflation. $80 is a big ask for people, for Mario Kart especially. Whether this game is worth the price or not all comes down to personal preference. I like Mario Kart. I like having the shiny new Nintendo games as they release. Some people don't care as much as I do, and that's fine. Again, it just comes down to preference of games and what you're willing to spend on certain experiences. If you like Nintendo games and Mario Kart, I think this is money well spent. If you only play Mario Kart occasionally with friends or family at parties, this may not be worth it for you. Overall, this is the best Mario Kart I've played in a long time. 8 was okay. I know a lot of people really like 8, but I got super bored with it after a little while. I can definitely see myself playing this game for quite some time. Regardless of how you feel, I really appreciate you watching it and making it all the way to the end. If you're interested in more Nintendo content or just game reviews like this in general, go ahead and subscribe because we have a lot of games coming out this year that I'm excited to cover. Stay tuned.